good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Tonight I want to talk about my weekend and get my in-studio guest. Friday, I was in Astoria for the screening of a sitcom that I'm in called The Connie Show. Yes, there we are. Greg Kritikos, Mike the director, Ralph Bracco, who plays my husband. It was hysterical. I can't wait to do more. Thank God they're bringing me back. So, and then there's a picture of Ralph and I. Like I said, he plays my hubby. And Ralph is also in Murdered by the Mob with me. And there I am as Bunny in Murdered by the Mob, which is the longest running murder mystery show in Manhattan. They're running for over 30 years. So go to murderedbythemob.com. See when the next show is. It's at the Iron Bar in the city, downstairs in the secret room. It's like a little speakeasy. You eat, you sing, you dance, you drink. It's like going to an Italian wedding. Someone gets whacked. You got to figure out who done it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fun. Saturday, I spent a lot of time learning lines because I booked myself some upcoming things. I'm very excited. And then Sunday is laundry day. We all need clean underwear. And more studying lines. All right, I'm getting to my guest because, as you know, my show goes very, very quickly. And I'm excited he's here because he was supposed to be here a couple of years ago. And something happened. But now I have his Tookus next to me. And I'm so excited. Well, Tookus behind,
I know Tookus. I know Tookus.
Richie Menavini is with me.
Hello.
He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a writer, and I have been dying to have you on my show for a very, very long time. So I'm excited that you're in Nueva York and you're able to do the show.
This is great. Yeah, I haven't been in New York
since before COVID, right?
Pre-COVID, yeah.
It's a long time.
Long time.
Yeah. So I want everyone to get to know you, and you, originally from Huntington.
Originally from Huntington, born in Mineola.
Yes.
And then we upscaled to Huntington.
Yeah. And then you went to Walt Whitman High School?
I went to Walt Whitman High School and graduated.
And you graduated, woohoo! And where'd you go after high school?
I went to St. John's University. I played ice hockey for them.
Ooh.
We got into a tournament up in Albany, and my good buddy Johnny Capianco was ranked 10th in the world as a light heavyweight champion.
Wow.
We used to box with him, and of course Jerry Cooney, his father, trained us, John Capianco Sr. And so I had some pretty good boxing skills, if my hockey skills weren't good. And a coach from Plattsburgh University saw me there, and he said, I want you to come to Plattsburgh.
Wow.
And I was, to tell you the truth, I did not have the St. John's college experience because I was living home with my family.
Right.
Driving to college.
You didn't have that, the on-campus
I didn't like driving to Whitman, which was a mile away, let alone driving to Queens in traffic at 7 o'clock in the morning. I missed this class. The only thing that kept me in class was hockey.
So did you want to be a professional hockey player? Is that something you wanted to pursue?
Like every other kid in the world who plays Little League or hockey, I wanted to be a New York Ranger or a New York Met.
Right.
And then you realize that's not going to happen. Actually, I did not realize it. I was 21 years old.
Right.
Playing hockey at Plattsburgh. We played against a Canadian team that was between the ages of 15 and 18. St. Lawrence Academy.
Oh, okay.
I used to go to hockey school there 3 years in a row. Brad Park, the New York Rangers, one of the best defensemen in the league, other than Bobby Orr for you Boston people. And Dennis Potvin, who's a Long Island guy, who was our friend. And we're playing against this kids. it's 6-2 in the first period, and I got this look on my face. Coach was from Canada, Coach Corker, said, Manavini, what's up? I said, we're getting killed. He said, yeah. I said, I'm not going to go pro. He goes, of course you're not going to go pro. No one's going to go pro on this bench. Those guys are going to go pro. And I was like, I was so disappointed.
Oh.
But then of course, I switched into stand-up comedy.
Well, that's what I want to bring up. You started stand-up back in '79?
That would be, that's right. No, that's when the East Side Comedy Club opened in
Oh,
'79.
okay. So you started before that, way before that.
I thought my career was going to really far. I started in Massapequa.
What
At
made
Richard
you
M. Dixon's
Oh,
White House Inn.
yes. Wow.
I met Bobby Nelson there. I met
Wow.
Rob Bartlett there. Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy there. Jackie the
Wow.
Joke Man Martley.
Yeah.
Jim Myers. Fantastic.
But what did you do? You just woke up one day and said, hey, I think I want to get on stage and make people laugh?
No, the Gong Show was on TV.
Oh, I love that show.
Okay, and much like karaoke is everywhere now.
Yes.
They had the Gong Show in this bar and that bar, so I went to these Gong shows.
Okay.
And it's so funny how you can't remember your good jokes, but I can remember all the ones that got
bombs.
gonged on. Yeah. And so I was at a place called the Flaming Hearth nightclub in Horseville Road.
Yeah.
They used to call it Horse Poop Boulevard. Yeah. That was my big joke. Yeah. Gong. Well, I was on stage 2 seconds. Yeah. And I went to college.
Yeah.
And I love, my dad was a New York City cop.
Okay.
Mounted officer first, then narcotics detective. Serious guy. But he would laugh at the Dean Martin roast. And I'd sit next to him, and there I am having my good moment Thursday night, Dean Martin roast.
Yeah.
And Dad would laugh. He'd laugh.
Right,
I didn't even
right.
laugh a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess somewhere in there you want to please your parents and go.
Yeah.
So I got to stand-up comedy, which turns out did not please my parents. Absolutely. What are you doing? You're a salesman. You got to sell cars, insurance, something.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
And my
hysterical.
boxing coach, John Capianco, I said, Mr. Capianco, I won't be here since September.
Right.
Yeah, my mom had been putting in my head I was going to be a lawyer since I was in kindergarten.
Okay.
I said, I won't be here in September. I'm going to college. Oh, what are you going to college for? Oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. He goes, Manavini, but your line of BS, you would make more money selling ladies' shoes. So I'm totally insulted until I realize, like a year later, I'm no lawyer. I don't want to fight and argue every day. I just like laughter and joy and happiness and you don't know. Yeah, so I was a realtor.
Yes.
Century 21 real estate. Gold jacket. The first house I sold, I'm just a new guy, and it was a Sunday, it was busy, and this guy was looking for a waterfront. I said, okay. And I call up the owner. I said, I'm going to bring a guy tomorrow. The key is under the mat. So we go down in Northport, and here's the address. Keys under the mat.
Right.
Open the door, show the guy around. Sold.
Wow.
Sold. No arguing, no negotiating. I come back, go to my boss. Okay, you want to fill it out? I don't know how to fill out papers. I don't know how to. I don't even know you had to fill out papers. I thought you just shook a guy's hand. And the guy went, that's 113 Ashroken Road. The guy said, no, we went 115 Ashroken Road. I said, what? No, we weren't. And this was the house I was making fun of. The guy said, this is the kind of small house. I go, this is not small. That guy's house is small. That was the one I was supposed to. Everyone in that street there's that key under the mat. So here I am trampling around the house for 2 hours. I mean, could have been arrested.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So I did not sell that house. But the $1 Million Salesman, which I wasn't.
Wow.
We went to Leonard's of Great Neck for the big Century.
That's where I had my first wedding. Yes, back in 1990.
I don't think you should number your weddings.
What are you going to do? It's number one.
So there's a guy on stage named Sal Richards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a comedian.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, man, I love what this guy is doing.
Yeah.
And I went over to him later. I said, hey, Mr. Richards, sir,
Yeah.
how you doing? I said, I love what you're doing. I said, I love stand-up comedy. I always
Yeah,
like George
yeah,
Carlin.
yeah.
And how do you do that? I mean, he said, well, how you do? You get on stage in front of a microphone, get in front. I said, oh, my gosh. He said, do you want to join me? I'm going up to Villa Roma on Tuesday. I said, yeah. So he gives me his number. I couldn't be more excited.
Wow.
So I call him up. He said, I live out in Stony Brook. You come out to, I said, well, I'm in Huntington.
Right.
So do you take the expressway or the parkway? Either one. I went, well, there's a Dunkin' Donuts right between. Why don't I meet you over there?
Right.
And he says, no. He said, you come out to my house.
Right.
I'm leaving at 2 o'clock.
Right.
I said, well, that's 45 minutes the wrong direction. He hangs up the phone.
Okay.
So I call him back. I said, did we get disconnected? No. You want to go to the Villa Roma?
Right.
You
Come
meet me
to
at my house. 2 o'clock. You don't be late. So I get out there 1:15. It must have been 95 degrees, Long Island summer.
Yeah.
And it's hot. I'm out in the car, and out comes a beautiful lady with red hair. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. She looked like Anne Margaret. And can I help you? I said, I'm Richie Minervini. Who? Richie Minervini. Are you Sal's daughter? She said, no, I'm Sal's wife. I go, oh. I'm going, oh boy, comedy is great. She said, do you want to come in? I said, I would love to come in, yeah. So we're walking in, and all of a sudden I see the curtains open up like this. And she goes, why don't you wait here, and I'll be right out.
Right.
So she comes out with a big gulps of water and ice.
Okay.
Sal said he'll be out at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
It's 1:15 now.
Wow.
So I drink this big 32, 34 ounces of water.
Right.
And I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Especially before that ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sal's already scaring me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do. I don't want to drive away and miss the opportunity.
Right.
It's like 1:45. So I see they got a wooden fence. So I go in the fence.
Oh.
And I'm peeing in the bushes. All of a sudden,
Oh, no.
the curtains open up, and there's Sal staring at me. I'm peeing on his house.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Get in the car, and he drives. Well, no cell phones.
Yeah.
So he stops to get coffee. He's got a nice, beautiful Cadillac Eldorado. So I'm thinking, this is my life. And he stops. He calls the place up, the Villa Roma. Yeah, be outside. I want to see I want my room attendant there. I got luggage. I got things. So Sal's driving in Villa Roma, 5 miles. This weekend, Sal Richards. Oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Villa Roma, 3 miles. Villa Roma, 2 miles. And Sal goes, you feel like driving, kid? I said, it's only 2 miles. I said, you want to drive or don't you want to drive? I said, yeah, I'll drive. I drive. We go in, go around the backstage door this way. I'm thinking, oh, this is show business. They all come out. Sal, this is my driver, Richie. Richie, get my bags.
Oh, my God.
And I carried his bags for the whole summer. Yeah, all summer, every Tuesday we drove up there. And I learned about stand-up comedy.
Wow,
Yeah.
What a freaking story.
Yeah, right?
That is great. I mean, listen, if you're going to learn,
It was the way
who
to go.
better, especially
Yeah.
at that time. Wow. All right, listen, we're going to take my first break. But please don't go away, because we're going to be back after these messages.
All right.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Ttime on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
Watch this. Thank you. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to Tea Time. I'm looking to see if anyone's watching my show, so I just want to give a shout out to everybody watching. You know, usually my regulars are watching, Ann and Bruno and Michael in Florida. Thank you everyone for watching the show. Please like it, please share it. I am with Richie Menavini. He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a writer. I'm very excited he's here. Started in stand-up, and then you decided in '79 to open up Eastside Comedy Club.
Well, I was in real estate.
Yes, you were in real estate, and you said, "Ooh, there's a piece of property."
I knew about supply and demand. And I'm going on to these open mic nights, and sometimes you're waiting online. We used to go to Catch a Rising Star.
Yep.
We would stay up all night to get online at 6 o'clock in the morning. The guy would show up at 9 o'clock, give you a number. You'd be number 10. And go, all right, everyone's doing 5 minutes. Show starts at 8. I'm number 10, so I'll be on at 8:50. Oh, this will be great.
Right.
So it's 12 to 15. Freddie Prinze is coming to the set. David Brenner came and did a set.
Yep.
And I said to the guy, hey, listen, man.
You get bumped.
I want to get on
you
stage here. He said, well,
bumped.
David Brenner just walked in.
Right.
So we'll put up a sing. I said, I don't care, David Brenner. Just put me up. He said, you don't want to follow David Brenner.
No.
I said, I don't care. I said, I'm not waiting any longer.
Right.
I've been here since 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So Brenner walks in and he's got a fur coat on, long fur coat, 3/4 of winter. And his girlfriend's got the same exact coat. And here's David Brenner that I've seen on TV.
Yeah.
And knocking the snot out of the crowd. And I'm, oh my God, this guy here. And I want to be just like David Brenner. And everyone is laughing. I'm looking around the room. And I realize I don't want to go on after this guy.
No.
Everyone's laughing except his girlfriend.
Really?
With the $30,000
Because
mink
heard
coat.
it.
And
She's heard it a million
she got a
times
puss
before.
on her face like.
Right. Yeah.
So I go up
Heard
on
that.
stage. I do my jokes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Really?
I said, ladies and gentlemen, I said, I can't believe this is a tough spot. I'm following the #1 comedian in the world, David Brenner.
Right.
I got introduced by Kelly Rogers, who's kind of like a number 2. And everyone is laughing except for David Brenner's girlfriend with the $30,000 mink coat. I said, this is what I strive to be, to get a girl like that with a mink. I got to get $30,000. And she's still, girlfriends, are they always pissed? You can't be any better than David Brenner. And then I hear David Brenner. I went, oh my God, I'm funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You made
know
him
it's
laugh.
funny. He later on, he comes
That's
over
great.
and talks to you. Thank you very much. I think you ruined my relationship. But and it was so much fun. I was like, okay. And that was the only laugh I got.
That is so cool.
But I followed David Brenner and the other kids.
That's not an easy thing to do. Because I remember when I was at, I think it was Stand Up New York, a comic strip. I think it was comic strip, and Chris Rock walked in.
Yeah.
And I got bumped. But if you're going to get bumped, I don't care.
Yeah.
I get bumped by
Yeah.
Chris. And,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't follow him either because I didn't want to. But, you know, and then, yeah, it's like late and you're like, I want to get up. I want to get up. So, yeah, I totally get it.
So fun.
I have a pic. Let's show your headshot back in the day when we did them in black and white.
Geez. Is that my son? Oh, boy. Look at that hair.
Look at you. So listen, so Eastside Comedy Club. So you found this what? This piece of property and you said, hey.
Yeah, I was a realtor.
Yes.
Still a realtor.
Yeah.
This guy owned this place and he died, and his son was selling his father's restaurant.
Okay.
And I went in there and I said, all right. And we were doing stand-up at Dixon's. And then I was doing a couple of shows around at the Hungry Bear, Top of the Town in Huntington. And I went, you know, do you have a liquor license? He said, yeah.
Okay.
I said, why don't we use your liquor license? We put up a plastic sign at Eastside Comedy Club.
Right.
And I'll sell it. You know, this comedy's going to be hot for a couple of months.
Yeah. Couple of months.
And I figured, well, we opened up and the place was packed immediately, 7 nights a week.
Yep.
We closed down. I bought the place. 2 months later, Jim Myers was a carpenter. So he came in and was the contractor.
Right.
Frankie Pace was a plumber.
Yep.
Don McHenry was a rug guy.
That's great.
My brother was a tile guy. So we had no,
Right,
they were all
right.
professionals.
Yeah,
They were all
yeah.
comedians. And the comedians brought all swinging
Yeah.
hammers, sawing. And we built this club, and it was
Amazing.
amazing.
Amazing. It was magic.
Yeah.
It was magic back then. Magic. And it was a premier, Long Island's premier comedy club. You had Rosie O'Donnell back in the day, Jay Leno, Eddie Murphy. You had Kevin James, Ray Romano, of course, Bob Nelson, Jackie the Joke Man, Martling. I have a couple of pics. There's Jackie with Eddie.
They're doing it. That's a Sunday night improv class. You got Rob Bartlett on the right. Of
Yep.
course, Eddie Murphy in the middle. And that looks like Jackie on the left there.
That's
yeah.
Rob all the way to the right?
What's that? Rob is on the right-hand side here with the beard.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And
There's
Bob.
Nelson. I was saying, where's Nelson? It was
That's
his
Bob.
improv group.
There's Bob Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Love
And
it.
Vinnie Mark was the fourth guy in that improv group. They were called, not Three's Company,
No, no, no.
the Identical Triplets.
The Identical Triplets. That's hysterical with Eddie.
Yeah,
That's hysterical.
and Vinnie Mark was actually a really good
So now
improver.
you
They went to 4 people, but they still called themselves the Identical Triplets because somebody wouldn't show up eventually.
You
So
know, yeah.
it didn't look ridiculous. Yeah.
And you had the club up until when?
From 79 to I think 2005.
Wow.
You know, I was on the road working.
Yes.
Jackie Mason, who I met at Dangerfields.
Yes.
And this is probably a year after I met Mr. Brenner. And Jackie Mason came up to me, I'll tell you the truth, you're a fantastic comedian. I never saw such a fantastic comedian. I don't know who you are, but you're definitely going places. I said, you think so? He says, yeah, you're not coming back here. He said, I'd like to help you a little. Are you Jewish? I said, no. He said, I'll help you a little. I can't help you too much. I can't do this.
Oh my
And next thing you
God.
know, I'm in Florida about 8 months later.
Right.
And I saw Jackie Mason performing down in, so I buy tickets. I buy
Right,
tickets on Friday.
right.
I buy tickets on Saturday. I buy
Yeah.
tickets on Sunday.
Wow.
I was afraid to talk to him, you know.
Really?
But I went up to him on Sunday. I said, Mr. Mason? He said, don't I know you? I said, I met you at Dangerfields about a year ago.
Right.
I gave you my number. I said, I called about 8 times. He said, you did? I said, yeah, but what happened? You would say, hello, hello. And I would hang up the phone. I didn't know what to say. So that was you? I thought I was getting started. Yeah. So he said, I said, I'd love to stick around, but I have to go. He said, no, we got to talk. There's no comedians in Miami.
Right, right.
He said, the closest thing to a comedian in Miami is a magician. So we talked, and I said, listen, I'm flying out tomorrow morning. No, you're not. Do you know how to drive a car? Do you have a license? Yeah.
He
You're
was
my
looking for a
driver.
driver.
Boom. So I drove for him for about 6 months. He said, I'm trying to be a comedian. I don't want to be a driver.
Right.
So he said, you're open for me then.
There you go.
So next
There
thing you
you
know,
go.
I'm opening for him, and
There
after
you
a month
go.
of that, he said to me, listen, it looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm a big star, and I'm hanging around with a limousine driver. So you're fired. No more limousine driving. I said, oh, all right. Well, I got to go back home. Hold on a second. How much am I paying you? $400 a week. We'll make it $800 a week. You'll be my opening act. We'll get someone else for $200 a week. You've been robbing me. I can get a limousine driver for $200 a week. You've been robbing me for a year and a half. And I ended up driving his limousine. And then now I'm in the back of the limousine.
Wow.
Ready to sign with him. So then I told him I was opening up a club. He said, well, I'll be there opening weekend.
Perfect.
So I think it was $10,000 or $12,000. It was 100 seats. I charged $10 a ticket.
Right.
The people are banging on my door, my employees. And I had his money in an envelope. He said, wait a minute. How many seats do you have out there? I said, 100. How much are tickets? $10 for the 20 up front, $8 for the ones in the back. He said, so you don't have enough money to pay me. So I got the money right here.
Right.
And he already had the 10,000. He gave it back to me.
Wow.
Pay those people over there. I said, well, no. This is yours. He said, $10,000 I don't need. Okay, that's for cocktail.
Wow.
I'll come back next year. You give me 20,000. I said, I can do that. All right, fine. He came back the next year. He didn't want the 20,000 either.
What a salesman, but he's great.
He didn't want
That
the
was great.
20,000
No,
either.
No, that was
He
great.
was amazing.
No.
So he came in and
Wow.
great man.
What a story.
Great man.
What a story. So now you've performed comedy now all over the country. You're all
over the
place.
country.
You're in Vegas at the Riviera. You're in Atlantic City at the Borgata since 2006, if I'm not mistaken. The famed theaters like the Paramount and Delray Beach Center of the Arts, as well as
Paramount,
cruise
Kevin
ships.
James, this Wednesday at the Paramount.
Yes, Paramount this Wednesday.
This Wednesday, Kevin James and...
Kevin James. Speaking about Kevin James, but you know what? Wait.
what?
I think we need to take. Do we need to take another break and then talk about Kevin James? No, let's talk for a little bit more, and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
I wanted to tease them a little bit.
I think the first person to break out of the East Side would be Eddie Murphy, obviously.
Yes.
He was 16 or 17 years old. We would pick him up.
Very young.
Oh,
He
he
was
was
very
16 or
young.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was funny. And he'd be like, hey, I got school tomorrow. And, we're 26, 27,
That's
we're
so
drinking.
funny. Put me up.
He'd be in the car sleeping. And, we could take him home at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
That is hysterical. It's so funny. No, it's just hysterical. So you also tour with Kevin James and Ray Romano?
Yes,
that as well?
I was at the Mirage. We had about 5-6 good years there, and it was great. And Kevin would headline, I would MC, and Ray would go on the middle.
Right.
And then sometimes they would switch it, and Ray would headline.
Okay.
They switched it every.
Right,
I think we did it 6 times a year. It was just so great. And next thing you know, you're backstage, and Jay Leno comes backstage, and it's like, oh, how you doing? So one of you guys comes backstage now, and Ray said, it's amazing. Your name's not on the sign, but you're going out there. I forgot what it's like to get real laughs. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, well, I got my TV show. I'm Ray Romano, so they're like, woohoo.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm funny anymore. They laugh at, I said, they're laughing at your stupid voice, Ray. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and so the guy is in the back room, and he goes, hey, you're very funny. I said, thank you very much. He said, no, I really think you're funny. I go, yeah, well, okay. And then by the 4th, you're really funny. I go, hey, dude. You and 1,200 other people thought I was really funny.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I get it. He goes, but I'm Bobby Farrelly. I go, oh, that is important. Oh, Bobby Farrelly. Oh my God, you and your brother are funny. Oh, now you're good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's great.
Wow. Well, you also have had TV appearances through the years too. You did Live with Regis and Kathy Lee back in the day. Also the Rosie show. But
Rosie went to high school with my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were in a play together. No, Nanette or something. I don't know, but she wanted to do stand-up comedy.
Right.
So I said, come to the club. So she came to the club, and to be honest with you, I didn't get her. But my audience was hysterical. Well, she was 16 years old.
Well, wasn't it true? I heard that she was doing other people's material until someone said to her, you have to write your own.
Well, we all did other people's material.
Well, I guess,
we thought we didn't know about comedy.
Right.
Now, what you got to understand, we were the first comedy club in the country that paid. There was Catch a Rising Star, there was Dangerfield's the Improv Catch, and out in L.A. Improv. So we were like a band, we're doing like a Beatles song.
Right.
And someone said to Rosie, you're very funny. She said, thank you, but that's Jerry Seinfeld's material. She goes, yeah, isn't he great?
Right.
And me and Rosie be going,
that's how it went.
Are you going to do this bit? Or I'm going to do that bit. And we didn't call it Jerry's bit. We called it the left-handed bit. Are you going to do that? All right, you do the left-handed bit. All right, I'll do it. And then when we started going to the city, they schooled us on, you can't do other people's material.
Right.
Honestly, folks, I'm still not good at not doing other people's material. All right.
That's great. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, now we're going to take a break.
Let's take a break.
When we come back, though, we have a plethora of wonderful pictures with you and many, many funny people.
And during the break, I'm going to find out what plethora means.
Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
What's up?
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Hi, I'm Georgia Rose, founder of Zenkuda. You can watch me on the Soul Space podcast every Friday at noon on Channel 20 for spiritual guidance. And as you all know, that is how I first opened into my own psychic gifts, was through the angelic realm, astrology. So we've got Mars and the Sun together in Scorpio, which creates a lot of combustion. In the astrological world, we call that a kazimi, and tarot. When the Four of Cups right side up, it means we have a lot of choices to make, and we're not looking at what's really being divinely given to us. We're too busy in the busyness of the choices to really see the divine intervention, the divine timing, and the divine guidance. We're the place. Watch the Soul Space podcast.
How you doing? It's Sal, the voice of Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Canastraci Ttime with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook, Ttime with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love Welcome back back to Tea Time, people. I'm with Richie Minervini.
I'm with T.
He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a writer. He is hysterical. I've been wanting to meet him forever because, I'll be honest with you, I've played so many comedy clubs, and I'm sure I've played East Side, but I have to look at my comedy resume. So there's so many places. And then I toured. I played in Florida. I played in California. Back in the early 90s, that's when it was like, you know, because back then your top 5 sitcoms were Kevin, Ray, Ellen, Tim. I mean, you had, right? So I'm thinking, someone's going to see me, and either I'm going to get my own sitcom or end up on SNL, because I do characters, right? Didn't happen. But, you know, you never know. You just never know. I'm not, you know, we're still here, right? We're still pushing.
Well, you know, at this age, I can be Jerry Stiller in the basement. I'm hoping Adam Ferrara breaks it big, or Gary Valentine and put me in the basement. I'll be the old guy yelling and screaming.
This is true.
That's all I got left.
And I have to say, I got to shout out, please forgive me, Joe DeBarry. His birthday's today. Actor, good friend of mine. Happy birthday, Joe DeBarry. Had to get that out. All right, so IMDb. So 1997 through 2007, you're on King of Queens. You do 9 episodes. We got a picture of that. There you are.
Oh, my God. Yeah, oh, God.
We have 2 of them.
Oh, with hair.
There's Dom. Dom's standing right next to you to the
now,
left.
this show here, this was not shot, this was shot at the amusement park in California. The whole show was shot there. Kevin had this idea that he was putting me in every scene. I was going to be at the front, and I was taking tickets, and then I'd be at this machine, and then I'd be at the Whirly Whirl, and then the roller coaster. I'd be selling ice cream cones, and the premise on paper was brilliant.
Right, but when it came to actually
when it came to editing, it looked ridiculous. Like they're using that same fat guy to do this and that. And that. So not the top show,
right?
But yet it gets a lot of. I still get checks for 12 cents, 27 cents.
Residuals are fabulous.
I can't believe it. Why didn't they teach elementary school kids that there's other things other than policeman, lawyer, doctor, dentist?
2009, you did Paul Blart, a mall cop.
Shot in Boston.
You also did Under New Management. You played an FBI agent.
I played an FBI agent,
yes.
Which was great. It was written by Dennis Hamill, who was a great writer, still a great writer, and then he went on to executive produce, and write Law and Order.
Amazing,
yeah.
Amazing.
His brother, Pete Hamill, wrote the definitive book on Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
and these guys are both great, 2 good brothers, really great, brilliant guys.
Wow.
And at that, I met Ray Garvey, who owned Pips in
Brooklyn.
I
did Pips.
And me and Ray became such good friends. Well, let me tell you.
But I made them laugh.
That was a tough crowd.
They liked me.
So David Brenner, I got friendly with him.
Yeah.
Because David Brenner always remembered, you're the one who made me lose my girlfriend.
Wait, I got to put this out. Do you know my favorite David Brenner joke?
The newspaper?
Yes! Ah! Yes!
We got to do it for
those who don't know it. Okay, so David Brenner's sitting on a subway, and he doesn't realize he's sitting on a newspaper. Someone comes up to him and says, "Excuse me, are you reading that?" He goes, "Yeah, I am." He stands up, flips it over, sits back down.
One of my favorite Brenner stories.
Oh my God, I love it.
So now I open a new club.
Yes.
And Mason now is on. He's on Broadway, so he's making $1.5 million a week. So he doesn't need East Side Comedy Club. Although he would stop in occasionally and jump up, and just so it's so wild to watch. You have a regular show. So Jackie Mason's here, and people go, "What do I do?" I go, "Here's your money.
Right.
Leave. You can just leave." And and Jackie and the crowd would just go absolutely crazy. So Brenner, I have opening up my new club.
Nice.
Coming soon, David Brenner. It's on Route 110, East Side Comedy, and it's a beautiful club. The first one was, needed some paint. But this one, the seats were cushiony. There was no duct tape.
It was comfy.
We built a brick wall.
Wow.
There were real brick walls. At every club in New York City, the walls are made of brick. But we built a brick wall, which was ridiculous. So Brenner's going to do, and we're advertising. And then Rory Rosegarden, who is now Gary Valentine's manager and Ray Romano's manager, called me up and said, "David can't do it." I said, no. Listen, I've been advertising for 3 months, blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Rory, I don't like legal stuff. I don't like lawyer stuff. But we got contracts. You didn't ask. You made me sign the contract."
Right.
I said, "This reputation, come on." And David calls me up. Rich, he goes, "I'm going through a divorce.
Yeah.
It has to do with alimony,
and
child support,
right.
and visitation. I said, David, well, why don't you just tell me that?
Right,
I said,
right.
I am telling you that. I said, no problem. You come back when you can come back. So, son of a gun, if he didn't come back in, and another guy, rip that check up. Just rip it up.
How beautiful is that?
These guys are great.
Really?
You know what? Look, they make a whole bunch.
Yeah,
So.
really. God bless that they're
Yeah.
in that position to even say that.
I
Seriously.
said, David,
I
we
pray to
sold
God
out.
one day I'm in that.
I can't wait
I'm
to do that.
Listen, 2010, you in Grown Ups.
Oh boy, that was
We
so
got a
much
pic
fun.
of that. You play Tardio? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you are.
There I am.
That was the kids scene. And for those of you who don't know, that is Adam's.
That's Adam's
Adam's
wife
wife,
and
Adam
his 2
Sandler's
children.
wife, yes.
So what happens? I'm on the set with Adam, and I
Yeah.
bring my own kids there.
Right.
And my kids were like 18, and my daughter said, Dad, I'm going to go out drinking with these. I said, no, you're not. He said, Adam's having a July 4th party. All the kids are drinking. I said, sweetheart, you are being judged, and you have a name Minervini. If you go out drinking, the other kids, they all throw up. I've seen them in other parties. You want to go drinking? Yeah. I said, you can go drinking, and then tomorrow I'll bring you to the airport and go home, because I'm not doing this all summer.
Yeah.
And so I said, she said, all right. So she goes over into a sandbox with Kevin's children, Sienna,
Right.
and Sienna, and his first daughter is. I'm in trouble.
I'm sorry.
Can we cut? Can we edit? Can we cut? Anyway, he's got his 2 kids.
His eldest, yes.
His eldest,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
And it's Sandy Sandler.
Yes.
And she's playing with the kids, and Adam comes over, and I don't know Adam. I'm
Okay.
working with them, but
Right. Yeah.
He puts his arm around me, and he goes, "Hey, man, I love the way you are with your kids, and the kids. It's great. But
Yeah.
why is your daughter in the sandbox with the kids? Why didn't she drink?" I go, "Just because my daughter has some special needs, you don't get to make fun of a jerk." And I get right in his face and say it again. Say it again. And he goes, "Hey, dude, I had no idea. I said, say it again. Go ahead." And he said, "Look, I'm sorry." I said, "Everyone knows. Don't tell me you didn't know." So he goes over to the sandbox. He goes, "Hi, Olivia. I see you in the sandbox." Yeah. "And with my friend Shay Shay." That's Kevin's other daughter's name, Shay Shay.
Yeah.
"Sienna. And these are your daughters. I just met them. Sandy." And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Why are you talking to my daughter like that?" And he starts howling. He puts me in the headlock. No one's broken my testicles
Right.
in about 10 years. That's great. And he goes, "You want to come over to the house for dinner tonight with your daughter?" I said,
wow,
"Absolutely,
that's
yeah."
great.
Oh, yeah.
What a story.
One of the nicest men I've
Love
ever
it.
met in show
Love it.
business. Yeah.
That's
Forget show business. One of the nicest men I've ever met.
Right.
Jerry still is the nicest man I ever met.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's about right there.
Awesome.
Kevin's somewhere over here.
2011, you were in Zookeeper.
Oh, yeah. Kevin got me in Zookeeper.
And then 2012, you did Here Comes the Boom.
Which was Kevin's greatest movie.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, rent it.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. It's a boxing movie,
Yeah.
MMA movie.
Yep.
It was so much fun. We had Boss Rutan there. Joe Rogan from MMA was there.
Yeah.
Great. Mark Delagrati, one of the greatest fighters. It was so much fun. But they're doing a fight scene.
Yeah.
And it's boring. There's 900 people. And they're doing that missing, and
Right.
these people are like, and I said, "Kevin, you got a couple of MMA fighters here.
Right.
You have the ref. Why don't you have a couple of fighters go in there, have a real fight? The crowd will react, film the crowd."
Yeah.
So I go, "Oh, good idea. Well, I'm an executive producer now." Turns out the MMA guys are all under contract. They can't fight unless they're getting paid.
Okay.
Like being a Screen Actors Guild.
Right.
So he goes, "Well, you box?" I said, "Yeah." "So why don't you box Gino?" I said, "Because I'm 58 and Gino's 27. And last time I boxed, I was 27. So it's like a Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing.
God,
Yeah.
that's hysterical.
So we go in and box. I said, "All right, Gino, we're going to run around a little, dance around a little bit. If you hit a good shot, as Cappy Ankle always told you,
Yeah.
it's not a real fight.
Right,
You
right,
back
right.
off. You
Yeah,
wait till the
yeah.
guy goes,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Come on back in." But Gino starts going like this.
Oh, wow.
And I go, "What are you doing?" "Oh, the guys are taking money over there. They bet $500 I can knock you out." I went, "Oh, no. I'm not. What?"
No.
Next thing I know, it's $1,000, $2,000. I went, Hey, Gino. I said, "We're in a real fight?" So I'm like, "Oh, my God." I just finished having a big old lunch.
Oh, my.
I fought at 147. I'm now 263, And Gino's doing this number. I went, all right, I guess this is it. I said, well, make sure Gino has some headgear.
Right.
And Gino goes, well, why aren't you wearing headgear? I said, well, I'm not going to get hit.
Right.
And I'm lying.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it in Gino's
Right.
head that
Little
he's going to get
mental
hurt.
game, yeah.
He's like, well, I'm not going to wear headgear if you don't wear headgear. I'll look stupid. I said, you're right, I'll put some headgear on too. Oh, thank God. So he starts kicking me. I don't know nothing about MMA.
Oh, jeez.
And he's kicking, and then I was like, but he's going to break my freaking leg.
Yeah.
But the crowd is booing him because he's beating up some old man.
Right.
But he opened himself wide open. His jaw was right there.
You clocked him.
I had my eyes closed. I threw a punch, clocked him, and I hear the crowd go crazy. And he tapped out. Yeah, I put him in a headlock.
Nice.
He tapped out. Oh, so now, like, I don't know if you know MMA fights, they climb up on top of the ring and they go, woo!
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to climb on top of the ring, but they're pushing me on top of the ring. I'm
They're
falling.
hoisting you up.
No, 3 guys. Yeah. One guy took his back out. And Joe Rogan, thank God Joe was there. He was doing the announcing.
Yeah.
He jumps up from this side and catches me because I'm ready to fall over and drop 12 feet. Yeah.
Wow. 2013, Grown Ups 2. We'll get back to that.
Wow. That long ago already?
Yeah, 2015, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Surviving Sam, which was a TV series. You played Mel Schmidt.
That was really cool because I got to play a character I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, see?
So
It's nice.
I was dressed as a judge, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, does the defense arrest him? And I felt like an actor for the first time.
Isn't that cool though? It's nice.
It was really fun to be
it's out of the box.
someone else. And Kevin, I mean, it didn't go anywhere, but Kevin
fun.
went, you're like a really good actor. If I knew you could act, I'd put you on the show more.
See that? Well, in 2017, he put you in Kevin Can Wait. You did 1 episode.
Kevin Can Wait it should have been a great show.
Yeah. I know.
It had potential.
It did.
They didn't give it the time to grow.
No.
It had potential. Really great show.
It really did. 2018, you did Cowboys and Mattresses, which was a short. You played Tony.
I played Tony and Cowboys.
Tony.
Well, this girl had the Cowboys and Mattresses. We were the Mattress Kings.
Yes.
We shot, we edited. I thought it was a good idea. They put it into a TV and the guy said, "Oh, you got a great little show here." Now I'm just the actor. Audrey Lynn is the producer and star. And he said, but what kind of a show could you possibly have as a Mattress King? You have a couple of employees. It's not like Cheers where they're coming in every week and you have 2 different strangers drinking. There's no way the show can go.
Yeah.
So we worked for 3 months on this thing, and then another 3 months editing.
Yeah.
So they came back with the Beer Kings.
Okay.
And I went, this is a lot like Cheers, except they were making beer. So the Beer Kings is still out there somewhere waiting to be picked up.
All right. Hey, you never know.
So who knows? Yes.
2023, recently you did...
Thank God I got something recent.
Big Bad
Broadcast,
Broadcast, which is actually, it's a podcast. It was a podcast, right?
Which one is this?
The Big Bad Broadcast. It was
the Big Bad Broadcast.
Yeah? Maybe we were guests?
Yes, I was a guest. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
But who was the host?
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
All right, I don't know.
I don't have that information.
Big
I don't
Bad
know. But you
Broadcast.
became SAG in 1987.
87. Jackie Mason. I was in Florida. Jackie Mason doing a movie, I think it was called Tight Jeans or Blue Jeans. It had everybody in it. Every great second actor.
Yeah.
We had Alex Rocco, the guy who got his eye shot out in The Godfather.
Yeah.
The sheriff from all the James Bond movies. Why, you son of a bitch? He was in. I mean, Jimmy J.J. Walker, Pete Bar Beauty.
Cool.
There was actors I kept, Karen Black was in the movie. They were all there, and I'm with Jackie, and I'm writing with Jackie. And so he had a car scene, and I was pretty good with a car.
Yeah.
And I said, it's boring, that car scene. I said, I can do the Rockfeld thing. What's that? I said, Rockford. You get in the car, you put in reverse, you turn the wheel, you spin it around, and you go the other way. He goes, you can do this? I said, yeah. So I get in the car, I floor it in reverse, spin the wheel, and right in the street, turn it around, and off I go. And they go, that's fantastic. Well, Mason says, well, I got to get out of the car. So Mason gets in the car.
Okay.
He's in the back seat.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't put his seatbelt on. I floor it. I want to make it a little bit better this time. So I go a little bit faster, and I hear him screaming when I throw the car around. He's banging around like a pinball. We had a cut for the day because he was taken to the hospital.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, that's it. It's over. Now I'm out." And
Yeah.
he said, "Wasn't your fault. Wasn't your fault. We got what a shot we got. We got a terrific shot. You can't believe the shot we got." And then when the premiere, that was my first movie, 1987.
Wow.
And Mason said, "Get your Screen Actors Guild card."
There you go.
And so I've been in the Screen Actors Guild, and they still send my gratuity.
Time,
Oh
long
my
time.
God!
Hey, listen, we're gonna take my last break. When we come back, we're gonna throw up some pics with, like I said,
We're gonna throw up what?
some pictures. We're
Oh,
gonna
I
throw some
thought-
pictures.
good.
We'll be
All
back after this. Don't go away. Stay right there.
See ya.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Hey everybody, it's Theresa from Ttime. What's my show about? I interview people in the entertainment industry, producers, directors, actors, and guess what? My show is on every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Channel 20 on Optimum TV. So tune in because it's fun, interesting, and exciting.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite guinea?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
I should have went to his dentist.
Love you, Doc. Doc's going to be on the show. I don't
Doc
know
Gooden.
when.
Oh, my God.
Carmine's going to bring him here for me. All right, so listen, before we go to the picks, Richie Menavini's here. He's an actor, comedian, and a writer. And we're going to go through some picks. First of all, you with Rob. Hello. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I never bother anyone for a picture. I
But
really don't.
you had to. You had an
But
opportunity.
this was the Rob Reiner roast.
Yes.
Love
it.
I said, you know what? I don't care. I love this
it.
guy. I
Love
loved him
it.
since.
Thank you for that.
And I
Hey,
had a-
next one. We've got our friend.
Oh, it's John Blenn.
Blenn.
He's the reason Long Island comedy is popular. He was with Good Times Magazine.
Yep, for
He
many
would come to
years.
all the clubs,
Yep.
and he would write us up.
Yes.
And he would give us these great reviews,
Yes.
even if we didn't deserve
What
it.
do we have next? Now, that's Gary
That's
Valentine.
me. Oh, the other guy.
Now, not for nothing. You and Gary look like brothers.
We look like brothers,
More
yeah.
than you, more than him and his
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Kevin, it's crazy.
In fact, I did
You
a-
could pass for like twins.
I did a show for senior citizens 55 and
you.
over, and they had put Gary's picture up there. So
Did
with my,
they?
with my name.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What's the next one? All right. How did
Billy
Billy
Joel.
Joel get on your shoulders?
Okay, that's a very good question. I was
Well,
living with
thank
Jerry
you.
Cooney, the fighter,
Yes.
who was trained by Johnny Capobianco.
Yes.
And
Leave that there, thank you.
Billy comes
Leave
into
that
the
there.
Billy comes into the club,
Yeah.
and I call up Jerry. We're big fans. We've been to his show,
Right.
but we never met him. And he goes, "Oh, I got to meet him." And there's Jerry Cooney, 6'6". He comes down. Billy, can I have a picture? And Billy goes, "No, I'm 5'6". I look like an idiot.
yeah.
I don't know Billy, okay, at
don't know
all.
Billy Joel.
This picture makes it look like we're the best friends.
That is
But we've been
amazing.
drinking. It's 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the
Thank you
morning.
for that.
I slide underneath Billy, put him on my shoulders, and now he's up there like this, and he's taller than Jerry Cooney.
Oh my
We take the
God.
picture, and then we started hanging out and had so much fun.
That is so cool. What's the next one? We got you and Richie Canada.
Oh, Richie Canada's the greatest saxophone player in the world.
Love Richie.
Oh my God.
Richie and Carmine, who's inside tonight, we do Bat Boy, a Yankee Miracle, and Richie did the show with us.
He's the greatest guy.
Amazing.
He had a club in, was it Glen Cove? And he had a glass wall that opened up.
Yeah.
And when I built East Side Comedy Club, I put a glass wall that opened up. Canada came in and goes, "Hey, that's my wall." I said, "Yeah, I got it from your club."
Who else we have? We got 5 minutes left. So
All
we
right.
go, oh, you and
Oh,
Jackie.
Jackie the Joke Man
Jackie
Marling.
the Joke Man Marling had him
Well-
on the show twice.
Right. See, the city guys all had their
Big
pictures
toys.
up in Capturing Stars. So what I did was I took we were called the Long Island 8. even though there was 9
had
of
him
us.
on- I don't know if
And
I had him
I put these big poster size
I
just of
saw
the Long Island comedians.
Yeah.
This was our club.
That's right.
And so we had me, we had Nelson, Bartlett, Bobby Woods, Jimmy Myers,
Next
Eddie
one
Murphy.
is, I think, Joey Cola.
Oh, Joey Cole's the greatest.
Joey's great.
He's a young
Had
man.
him on my show.
Well, not anymore. But when he first,
Now we're just all freaking
he came
old.
into my club. Hey, I want to be a comedian. I said, I work in a bakery. I said, oh, yeah? You're funny? Yeah. Then go up on stage. Well, not now. I said, go up on stage now. He goes up on stage for the first time. He got laughs.
Yeah.
He came off the stage. I put $20 in his hand.
Nice.
He said, what's this? I said,
Nice.
I want you back here next Wednesday.
Yeah.
You passed audition. What's auditions? Don't
Love
worry
it.
about it. You got it.
That's
and he
great.
came back and look at his success. Opened up for Rosie,
great.
warmed up for Martha.
Rachel Ray.
Right now, Rachel Ray, and
Now he's with
Drew
Drew
Barrymore.
What's next? Tom Carter.
Tom Carter,
Had him on
great.
the show.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
A really funny guy. My God.
Great
And his
guy.
wife's funny too. Gosh.
Oh, and you and Tony
Orlando. opened
Was
for
that
him
in Vegas?
Vegas, yeah. Dennis Bono had us on his show. It was the Dennis
Awesome.
Bono show, which was great.
Yeah.
And Tony was just a nice man.
And listen, we have to mention Darcy Novick.
Darcy Novick was my
Darcy
manager,
Novick,
yes.
She's been your
I am
manager
so-
since 1995.
And I'm so happy she's my manager because she gets 10% of this, and I'm working for nothing. So now what do you got to say, Darcy?
But Darcy Novick is great. It's Darcy Novick Productions since 1995. And okay, and listen, who else did you want to mention? Adam Ferrara.
Adam Ferrara, one of the greatest young comics.
Listen, I'm trying to get Adam on my show. Now, Adam's good friends with Joe Curry.
Yes.
Joe Curry I've had on my show. And I'm like, Joe, hook me up. When Adam's in New York, I want to interview him.
Adams had friends. He's called them. The band's name was Rotgut. It was the guys from that.
I got to get Adam on.
T-shirt. Go ahead.
And
Yeah,
Adam's
yeah,
doing
Adam-
his own podcast right now. Him and his
He does.
wife.
Yeah,
They got a
I know.
thing-
Yeah,
they
he's
got a
one.
thing
His
going
wife
on.
is a wonderful, wonderful lady. Yeah.
So listen, we have like 2.5 minutes left. So I want to tell everybody tomorrow evening, you can see Richie Minervini. There's about 10 tickets left at the Cinema Arts Center. And it's called Richie Minervini Roastumentary.
We did that. There's going to be 5 minutes of that being shown.
And you're doing stand-up. You're going to show that. You're going to do some stand-up.
They're going to show some of the comics like you've already shown.
Right.
And my guest tomorrow night will be Manny, Tugboat Manny.
Tugboat Manny, I've had him on the show.
My latest and greatest find.
And he's going to be coming back.
And
Yes.
you'll see a lot about him in the future, I promise
And I
you.
want everyone to know also to see what Richie is doing. You go to Richie Minervini on Facebook and Instagram, and that's where he posts, where he is. He does shows in Florida. I'm so glad you're up here. Are you up here for a while?
I'm here. I'm going to Boston in 2 days. We're working at the in Boston.
Okay, in Boston?
At the Fulcini's Winery.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
And Skippy's.
There you go.
Skippy's Pier 1. So,
Thank you very much.
Well, the Boston guys are like Long Island guys.
They are.
We're like
They're
this.
great.
We are. So we did the Westbury Music Fair with Darcy.
Yes.
And 14 years we ran out of Long Island comedians because of the Long Island Comedy Fest. So I
Right.
bring in my friend Tony V,
Okay.
one of Boston's greatest.
Yeah.
And I say, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's from Boston, and they get booed at Westbury. And I get furious. I'm walking on the stage, I come back and go, hey, I got Stitches Comedy Club, which got me Star Search. These Boston guys put me in their house and put me on stage, and they treated me great. This is not about the Mets and the Yankees and the Red Sox.
No. Keep it funny. It's all about the comedy. Listen, speak about comedy.
Yeah?
I have to thank you so much.
I got to thank you.
Coming on. I had a blast.
I had so much
can't
fun.
Wait to see you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, do we have a date?
2 nights in a row. We have a date. I'm single. We have a date.
We're both single.
All right, so listen, you stay right there. But before I leave, I'm going to put up a picture of a very, very good friend of mine who just passed away. I'm dedicating my show tonight to Jeff Kreiner. Jeff worked for CBS for over 30 years. He was the producer of the Dan Rather Show.
Oh,
and
boy.
in retirement, he decided to get into comedy. And he started LMAO, Laugh My Ass Off. And he gave me the opportunity to perform at Dangerfields in the city right before COVID, right before everything shut down.
Wow.
So my prayers are to his beautiful wife, Patty Ippolito, and to the rest of the family. Thank you for that, Carmine. Thank you again, Rick.
Thank you, Theresa.
Listen to me. Everybody, tell everyone you love them. And I'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao. Thank you very much.